Hi everyone, and welcome to our early look at Ciel Fledge, a brand new story-driven simulator coming to Nintendo Switch and Steam in February 2020. Now, in case you haven't heard about Ciel Fledge, it's a game about raising your very own daughter in a distant future world. In the year 3716, humanity has fled the surface of Earth after living in constant fear of destruction by a colossal-sized alien known as Gigant. However, hope isn't lost just yet. Fleeing the destruction of Gigant, a young girl is rescued and brought to safety on Ark 3, a magnificent city built in the sky. Arriving into your care, it's up to you as the player to take this young girl, known as Ciel, under your wing and raise her until she's ready to fledge the nest. You can change her name if you like, but more importantly, what kind of parent will you be? It's your choice how to organise her life, and your new adopted daughter will be with you until she reaches adulthood. Now, in spite of the slightly bleak premise, Ciel Fledge is actually a really upbeat and wholesome game. The city of Ark 3 is colourfully animated with all manner of locations to visit and people to meet, and the soundtrack of the game is inspired by the funky rhythms of Japanese city pop and jazz. It's all really rather laid back and charming, with a compelling gameplay loop that involves a lot of strategic elements. So we'd like to take you through some of these basic elements of the game now. So right here we're at home with Ciel in our apartment on Ark 3, which naturally acts as your base of operations during the game. I don't mean for that to sound like raising a daughter is like organising a military campaign, but hey, we reckon raising a kid is probably easier said than done. Here at home, you can interact with Ciel and check in with what's going on. You can have a conversation about everything from making friends to how she's feeling at the moment, or you can customise her outfits, check out different rooms of the apartment, and look at her current stats and traits. As the game progresses, you'll see that these different stats are very important. The most useful part of being at home though is using the schedule, which forms the backbone of the game. Using the schedule, you can decide how Ciel spends each day of her week, whether that's attending different classes, getting stuck into a new hobby, or catching up with friends. You can also choose what you as a parent decide to spend time on. Do you focus on your job for a little extra cash to spend at home? Or do you take it easy this week so you can have some quality time with Ciel? Every decision made in the schedule can affect your income, Ciel's mood, and how she grows as a person throughout the game. Once you've filled out the schedule, you simply hit proceed and then watch as the week ahead unfolds. As the days play out, you'll have different encounters with the people of Ark 3 depending on what you're up to. At school, you might have to take a test, or perhaps you'll make an interesting new friend at the local restaurant. Ciel Fledge is packed with a charming cast of characters, and they will change and grow with you as the years pass by and the story progresses. The challenges of daily life on Ark 3 take the form of fun, match 3 puzzle battles, and we'll show you how these work right now. So here you can see that Ciel has to take a test in her maths class, and in order to succeed, I need to complete a puzzle battle. Throughout the game, these can take different forms, but right now, what I need to do is beat the high score. Put simply, I have to match 3 cards from the random selection of 9 in front of me in order to score points. If I can't match 3 immediately, there's a few different options available to find the cards I need. I can shuffle my cards or reset my deck, but with only a limited amount of cards in the deck, I need to be careful about how and when I do that. Another option is abilities, which can be found to the left of the screen. Depending on what abilities Ciel has learned, I can do things like a drop kick. Though in this case, it's a purely metaphorical dropkick, so I wouldn't recommend trying it in a real class test. Later on in the game, when you fight in battles for survival, the dropkick certainly becomes much more literal. There are also abilities from my friends that I can use, depending on who is helping me in this particular battle. All I have to do to activate these helpful and often powerful abilities is by selecting the corresponding card colours in the deck in front of me. Puzzle battles might seem simple enough at first, but as the game progresses and the stakes get higher, you have to act very quickly. Later in the game, Ciel can enroll for expeditions to the surface of Old Earth, where her and a team can discover new areas, find useful items, and get a huge XP bonus. Old Earth is fraught with danger though, so you'll need to puzzle battle your way through in more traditional RPG turn-based combat. Watch out for bloodthirsty squirrels, and feel free to use that dropkick whenever you need to. At the end of each week after Ciel has completed all of her activities, you can review her progress and see what's changed. From the results screen, you can see what Ciel has learned, how she's grown, or whether she's misbehaved. The balancing act of Ciel Fledge is giving her enough activities to progress, but not overworking her. And if you schedule too much, you might find that Ciel will bunk off school. Even worse, if she becomes ill on one too many occasions, you might get a visit from the authorities. That's the main gameplay loop of Ciel Fledge, and along with the charming cast of characters, the colourfully animated art style, and the lovely music that accompanies it, we think it makes for a game that's easy to get lost in. Of course, that's just 1 week of Ciel's life though, and there are many different activities to unlock, and many interesting or strange encounters that take place across the game as she gets older. On top of that, there's the question of Ciel's mysterious background that needs answering. Just how did she survive that attack from Gigant? Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll try out this unique racing simulator when Ciel Fledge launches on Nintendo Switch and Steam in February 2020.